Veterans Battalion.
What's going on, everyone? Veterans Battalion here. We are in the war room.
What's up, guys?
And it's just Adam and Colt today. So, Colt, kick it off.
One battalion, one company, one team, one fight.
Hoorah.
That's our motto, guys.
Hell yeah. What's up, everyone? So, as always, the mission of Veterans Battalion is to create greatness after service. Greatness after service. There's a lot of disconnects. There's a lot of shit that we all go through post-service. And what we're going to do is point you in the best direction to bring you success through guests, through our own experiences, and just stuff that, you know, we just want to talk about. When we do podcasts, it's basically when we feel like we have something to talk about. Because, I mean, look, a lot of times we all shut down. We all have our dark moments. And, you know, when we do come together, it's to bring you guys something that's worth value. And, you know, because we all go through shit. I know Colt calls me all the time, tells me shit. Roland talks about everything he's going through. And, you know, that's why we're doing this, is to bring fucking greatness for everyone.
Absolutely, guys. And, you know, just pick a buddy. I always suggest just pick a buddy, find somebody out there you can talk to, and, you know, someone that you can relate all your life problems to, and work through them, you know.
And if you don't have a buddy, we're your buddy.
Yeah. Pick up that pat and keep moving forward.
And
we're always your buddy.
You call us, email us, Instagram us. That's what we're here for, is we're here to help our brothers and sisters out. So, you know, so today really wanted to talk about the things of the past. A lot of times, I know me personally, I go through a lot of shit. Really, it's a lot of what I could have been. It's a lot of what I could have done differently, you know, in the service, you know, through my career of the service. And I live in the past a lot too. You know what I mean? A lot of times I see high-level military guys like recon special forces, you know, anyone that's really done above and beyond service, you know, valor, you know, gone through stuff. They tend to live in the past, man. You know, and I envy those guys a lot too. I feel like I could have done more. I physically, because now, I mean, my body's so broken, but back in the day, I felt, I mean, I could have actually done more. I really feel like I could have done more. I only gave 70%. Even though I thought mentally I was giving 100%, but I was actually kind of mentally, I wasn't as strong as I feel I am now. Like now I feel like I could have done those things, and it fucking hurts. It really makes me live in the past a lot. And that's the problem, is I tend to veer off. You know, I veer off. I pretend like I'm doing something positive, and then all of a sudden, like, shit comes, and I just start thinking about the guy that I could have been, or I could have done this different. You know, man, I should have went for recon. I should have went for scout snipers, or, you know, shit like that. And that's the thing, man, is, you know, I want to tell you, everyone that's listening, even you, Colt, that, you know, living in the past it just takes your energy away from fucking progressing in life, from progressing forward.
Right.
And I know Roland feels that stuff too. I know a lot of people that constantly live in the past. You know, there's guys that, even in the VA, man, you go to the VA and all they're doing is talking about their past service. This is what I used to do. And, oh, I was a sniper. I was recon, man, back in high school. Man, I was the best there ever was. And it's like, pass. Well, tell me what you're doing right now, and tell me what you're going to do going forward in the future. Because to me, you need to be focusing on all the things that are going to bring you greatness. And if you're focusing on all the negative shit or the stuff that you could have been or could have done, it's really going to fucking hold you back, man.
Totally. And that goes back to your military career too. I mean, it's always good to know that, hey, I had an honorable service. I did a good job. I fought for my country. Okay, guys, next. Okay.
Yeah.
Start focusing on the future, right? So the future is you. You're the future. So the only way that's going to move is if you're motivated and you have a good sense of direction. Okay. So what I mean by that is you guys got to pick something. You got to pick something out there that you like to do. All right. Start off with just the basics. Okay. If you like to work out every day, just start with that. Start with a regimen. Start getting up in the morning at a certain time. Make it early. Have full advantage of your day, and start making a calendar for yourself on the things that you're going to do so that you can move forward. And the whole objective and the whole meaning behind this podcast, I think, is to just stop focusing on the past. We want you guys to move forward. Take one step at a time. Don't rush anything. Some of the biggest decisions I've ever made in my life, I've taken days to make that decision, and it's okay to tell people that you're going to come back to that. Hey guys, I need a little bit of time. Let me think about this for the night. That's okay. How do you feel about
I
that?
always say, even for when someone wants to buy a house or make a business or even like a decision, because here's the thing, once the most successful people, once they make a decision, they stick to it. So the last thing you want to do is say, yeah, and it not be the right decision. You know what I mean?
So when people want to buy a house, like, what do they ask you? Like, are they indecisive a lot of the times because there's so many different houses, or is it something that you're like, you know what, you should pick this house because of these reasons, or you just kind of leave it up on their, like, leave it up to their emotions?
No, it's got to feel right. It always has to feel right. You can walk into a house and it feel right, then you leave, you let it marinate, and then you wake up the next morning and you realize it's not the right house for you.
Right.
You always have to let it marinate. You don't just you don't just grab a girl and say, hey, I'm marrying you. You know what I mean? There's a process of it. You don't ever just jump into shit, because that's it's going to hurt you financially. It's going to hurt you mentally, physically, whatever it is. So for me personally, I like to let it marinate, but when you make a decision, you have to stick to it. You know what I mean? And that's the part of that's the discipline part of it. You say you're going to go to the gym 5 days a week. Well, fucking stick to it 5 days a week. That's your discipline. And in regards to the past, one of the things that I feel that a lot of veterans could do mentally is realize what got them there in the first place. If you were a scout sniper, if you were a recon, doesn't even matter what, really, honestly, whatever MOS you were. It took discipline and it took fucking hard work and discipline and a serious regiment to get whatever you got. So you need to use that in the civilian world. And it's hard because nobody's telling you what to do.
What about the I got you there? What got you there won't get you there. You ever heard of that?
No.
Andy says it on his
no.
his podcast sometimes, but he had one that was basically saying the same thing, and I truly believe in that. It's so basically what it is what got you there won't get you there. So just because you got here doing what you're doing that you did in the past today won't make the future for you. You got to change it up. So just because you were a military guy or girl and you worked your butt off and you did all these things and you were at war or whatever you did in your service, and then you got out, right? Well, however that led to get you there to be that successful, it doesn't necessarily mean that the future is going to turn out that way with the same amount of work ethic. So,
however, don't ever underestimate the fucking heart of someone that was in the service, because I think that pertains to most civilians, because I think most civilians don't have obviously, in order to look, man, to sign on a paper that says I'm willing to give my life, I'm going to volunteer in the service, it puts you already a step above everybody else. So if you obviously you had what it takes to get you where you needed to be in the service, and I think that you can take that and put it into the civilian world and become a fucking dominant force for good.
Correct. I'm more talking about like different steps, because just having discipline, right, and waking up, those are all good attributes to start the future.
Are you talking about improving yourself?
Improving yourself,
yeah.
Right?
Oh,
so not living in the past.
Always.
So
yeah.
Those are all great things, and I used all those things when I first got out of the Marine Corps. I used all those things to just start my own path. Okay, I'm just going to get up early, and I'm gonna dig, and I'm gonna ask questions, and I'm gonna do all these different things. And I set a goal line up for myself. So my goal line was, what am I going to do this week? What am I going to do next month? What am I going to do 3 months from now? 6 months, 1 year, 3 years. So that was my little timeline.
Yeah.
And then I just made sure that I met my goals. And a lot of it has to do with just asking questions and being open to changes. So, for example, if you get out of the military and you want to be a doctor, right? You want to be a doctor, but you just can't get over the past. Oh, what about my military this? Or I got these things going on for my military career. There comes a point to where you got to kind of, I wouldn't necessarily say let it go, because it's hard to let it go, but you got to learn how to put it behind you and move forward.
Yeah.
So if you're going to move forward, then what's the next thing? I got to figure out how I'm going to be a physician. Okay. What am I going to do? What's next? Okay. Well, I got to go to college. Okay. Then what's next? And I always say that have your direction approved by a proven mentor. So have credibility from someone that's already lived it or done it before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So if it's going to be a physician, find a doctor that you can relate to, someone that relates to you in that field. And it doesn't only, and it could be anything. Maybe you just want to be a psychologist, or maybe you want to be a a chiropractor because that's a type of doctor field, or you want to be whatever. I'm just giving that as an example, but that's just a way of,
Yeah.
moving forward with it. And if there's something out there that you're considering, like, okay, well, I want to do all these things, but, I just, you keep getting delayed by those days. Every morning you wake up, oh, I'm going to start Monday. I'm going to start Monday. I'm going to start Monday.
Yeah.
Fuck Monday.
No.
All right. Fuck Monday.
You need to just seriously grab
start
your
tomorrow.
Shit and start really literally tomorrow.
Start literally tomorrow. Do whatever you got to do. Go to bed earlier. Change your schedule. Change the people around you in your life.
Because I don't know about you, man, but with like the shit that I go through in my past military, you can call it PTSD, call it whatever you want it. I have more anxiety when it comes down to doing shit. So before I felt like I can take a lot more, but now I feel like I can only take certain things at a time. So rather than thinking about, oh my gosh, this next 3 months and all the things I got to do, a lot of times vets will be like, fuck this, dude. I'm going to go drink. I'm going to have a beer. For me, it's doing it's kind of like a daily list, right? So I have a daily 5 where I take my 5 most important things, write them down, and I fucking accomplish them. That means I accomplish something. The first thing that you do in the morning is really, if I do something that's like task related, first thing in the morning, I already fucking won. I'm already winning throughout my day. And it just starts with a little task, man. And that's kind of how I
you write your 5 things down. And where do you write this down? Just in your phone?
Like no, I have a book. I have a book that I have.
So I do the same thing similar, but I write a calendar, right? And with my calendar, it's always the same, for my moving business. And I have my things that I got to complete. But I just make sure that I touch on my tasks.
Yeah.
Because it's important. And you don't necessarily have to accomplish all your tasks, guys. It's just about the effort and the consistency of just trying to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing's ever going to start unless you start it yourself. Start off with just, what are you going to do in the next hour? I'm going to commit to this. Commit to that. Get it done. That's your first task. You just won.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Wake up tomorrow morning. Hey, I'm going to wake up at 6 because I'm going to get up and I'm going to go to the gym.
Let me tell you what happens if you don't do that. What happens if you don't do that is you wind up getting discouraged. Okay. You lose the momentum. You lose the motivation. You say, fuck it. Then you go back and you hang out with your other military guys who may not have the same mindset as you of wanting to move forward. They're always in the past. And what happens when you live in the past? You're going to fucking say, all right, what are you doing later today? Let's go have another beer. Let's go drinking. So every day you're drinking and all you're doing about is talking shit about your past CEO, how much of a dick he was, or whatever things you had, everything in the past. Oh, I remember I did an 8-mile hump with freaking boots and utes. And that was like the coolest thing ever. Oh, let's go have another shot. And then that's literally like their life every single day. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's not cool to talk about your past because your past is fucking awesome. I had an awesome past. I also had a bad past too. I love the Marine Corps birthday. We all get together. We talk about the Marine Corps and all the shit, we ever went through. And it's fun. I mean, I still talk about the past with you.
Yeah.
I don't live in the past. Right. And that's the thing is I have to kick my own ass all the time too, is because I start thinking about, oh, I could have done this. I wish I should have done this. But when my body was great, I could have done this. No, man, I fucking every single day, I literally have to kick my own ass. You know what I mean? And it's all about taking responsibility of your own, ownership of yourself too. Like I have to own up to myself that, hey, stop living in the past, Adam. Move forward. You're doing great things. I know you couldn't get in the fucking police department. It took you fucking 10 years. You know how much of a, and then I see assholes on TV. Like I'm on the right path, right? Doing my goals, fucking focusing my energy on moving forward.
Yeah.
Then I see on TV, police officer gets arrested for doing something stupid, right? I'm like, that asshole just wasted, like that could have been my career right there. I would have done the right thing and kicked ass, but that's not part of my plan. My plan, it's funny, but like no matter what I did, I couldn't do it. But my path has led me to help other vets doing what I'm doing now.
Right. And that was going to go to my next subject. So,
because everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason. That's exactly what I was going into. So whatever happened to you in your past, right? Let's say you got injured or you were hurting because of some emotional distress that's caused by the military or maybe a past relationship or something, anything. It doesn't matter. But those things have helped you become the person that you are today, which means that you have a chance and a choice to change the rest of your future. You have a chance to make your life better every single day.
You're
lucky
day.
to be alive. You have just as much. if not a greater outlook on life, then I believe that we as veterans have more of an outlook on life than any other person out there because of what we've been through, which means that you're that much grateful and you're that much more happier to succeed. You've already won. Just being a veteran, you've already won, which means that you can take everything that you've had in your past, push it into something that you want to be great at, right? And that could be anything. All you got to do is just pick something. Start off with just something that you like to do. Don't even focus on like a job or a career or anything like that. Just focus on just doing 1 to 2 tasks a day. So that's our goal for you guys for the next, I would say just do it for 30 days. Try 30 days, see how it works for you. Do 1 task a day. If that works for you, next week do 2 tasks for the second week. After the second week, do 3, then 4. And at the end of the 4th week, if you're making these tasks and you're sticking to it, right? Write it down in your phone, on your calendar, and you're sticking to your tasks. Tell me, I'd like to see someone email us and just tell us at the Veterans Battalion if you haven't seen any change in your life. Start off with just an early rise, get up, eat something right away, go work out, plan your day. The faster and the earlier you get up, the more time you'll have to do the rest of your day. And you'll get more out of it. You'll feel more gratified. You'll feel more accomplished. And therefore, you'll be more successful.
And I'm gonna add something real quick. I had a conversation with you one time, and I'm like, Colt, dude, just have 1 beer with me, man. Like, all it is a beer. And you're like, nah, bro. The way I get buzzed is through jiu-jitsu. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's really dope. And I was at the gym today, and I'm like feeling fucking great, right? Doing my workout because I'm eating good. I'm not drinking and all this stuff. And I'm like, man, this is my high. This is my buzz. This is my everything. So instead of me looking forward to drinking a beer later, which is what I used to do when I get home, because I always loved I love getting home, cracking open a beer, having the cold, the first sip when it goes all the way down your stomach and it's all cold and everything. I used to love that shit. So instead of that, all I'm going to do now is I'm going to look forward to my next buzz, which is the gym. So I'm looking for things that are positive. Doesn't mean I can't have a drink once in a while, man. Honestly, when it comes down to it, just control it. Don't become a lazy, drunk, fat fuck, pretty much at the end of the day, right? So, and really, to sum up this podcast, it's really, today's episode is about, owning your situation, taking control, and not letting past dictate your future. Because let me tell you something, if you are able to do the things that we had to do in the military, if you fucking move that to civilian life, you are a force to be reckoned with. And you can do so much good for the world. The world needs you. We're 1% of the population, man. And let me tell you something. We can do so much for people and help people and do good for people. And the way I look at it is this: every time I feel like I wish I would have died in Iraq, because that shit happens to me at least once or twice a week. I say it's a slap in the face to the guys that actually did die in Iraq, because they would love to be here with their families.
True. So don't do it for yourself, do it for them. If it comes down to it and you're just fucking feeling lazy as shit and you're like, you know what, fuck this, I ain't doing shit, I'm just going to sit here and collect my benefits, that's okay. Just remember what happened to everyone over there that we served with, right? And what they had to go through and what their families are dealing with. And if only they had their chance to be back here in the States with us, and they came up to you, just think about this for a second, like real deep. What if they came and they knocked on your door, right? One of your fallen brothers or sisters, they knocked on your door. They were like, what the fuck is this? Is this what I fucking died for? This is what I died for you to sit here at your fucking house all day and fucking mope around about shit in the past forever? This is it? Like think about that for a minute. What if they did that? What if they came back from the dead, knocked on your fucking door and said, hey, what the fuck are you doing? You got your 2-3 years out of the military and you're just still sitting there trying to figure shit out, or you're unsure, or you don't know just get outside, man. Just go outside. Get a job. Start off small. Don't let them toss and turn in their grave because of what you're doing. Because if anything, they're rooting for you. Okay, they're rooting for you to keep going. Yeah. And that's what I think of. I think if I got to get my ass up every day because I got my brothers that have fallen before me and guys that I served with, and they're looking at me, from above. I truly feel like they are. And I truly feel like they're pushing me to do the right thing and just get up every morning and live for my kids and live for my family and make a really good living and just fucking live life, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we got to all live a good life. It's not just me. It's not just Adam. It's all of us.
It is.
I mean, that's why we're doing this.
That's why we're a battalion, dude.
Yeah. So, if you're sitting on your ass and you're like, you need someone to kick you in the fucking balls, that should be it. Just think about that in grave detail.
Yeah. Another thing too is you need a plan. You need structure. You need guidance. You need advice. We're all business owners. We all go through shit every day. We go through shit. We're not going to sit here and tell you how wonderful we are and blah, blah, blah. Like, I know Colt goes through shit. I bitch to Colt. Colt bitches to me. But you know what though? After we let it out, it just feels so much better and we move on. We do great things. So,
but we kick each other in the balls.
Do we?
Yeah, really hard. Sometimes we need it.
Hey, well, let me tell you something. If you guys need that kick in the balls and you need anything, we're always available. That's why we're battalion.
Absolutely.
So with that, Veterans Battalion is out, and we will see you the next episode.
Out.
Thanks for listening and serving. Please take the time to leave a review on iTunes to get this podcast heard. Veterans Battalion.